Hi there, and welcome to the Cuddle Cinema. I am Aaron, and we are, I think, live. I think we're live. We're going to check. We're going to make sure. So, I'm going to put stuff up on the screen. I'm not dressed as fancy as I'm normally dressed. I don't have a shirt. Well, I've got a shirt on, but I don't have a shirt on, which I probably should have done. So. Oh, we are here. I am live. So what I want to do now is wait till somebody comes in and says hi. And mutes this. Hello, hey there. How's it going? You're the first person here. Hey there, Raquel. So for people that aren't here that are going to come in later, or the people that are watching this delayed or later on tonight, Out of the Past channel by Raquel, who just actually did an unboxing today of like some Kingston stuff and some Kino stuff. You really should check out, because the stuff that she put up there is stuff you should all be getting, and you should all be subscribed to her channel. Hey there, and peace and love to you. Hey Amy, welcome. One of these days we're gonna have to have you actually on the channel. All right, we are going to be talking about a few things today. There was I was going to say Scream Factory, Vinegar cinema announcements that were there. Well, that's okay. The noises you hear in the background is my better half having her snack. Want to say hi?
Hi. I'm going to go clean in the kitchen. Sorry.
You do great stuff. So no thanks necessary. But for those that don't know, I recently started a merch store. So that's new and exciting. I am working on, actually, in this week, adding a hoodie to the store. So that will be coming up. Hey there, Ashton. And I'm going to be doing some stuff that's hopefully going to generate some revenue for the channel, because I will be honest, the last 2 or 3 weeks, when it comes to like super chats, donations, all that type of stuff, kind of been lackluster. So got to work on that for me. So what I'm going to do is, thanks, I'm a huge Tom and Jerry fan. So what I'm going to do is, so for anybody that has bought merch or buys merchandise at the store, well, you get to request the video. So not only do you get either a mug or a jazzy t-shirt or a face mask or a hoodie eventually, but you get to choose a video that I do as well. So there's something to think about. Some hats are on the horizon too. Hats and hoodies are the next things that are coming in, Kubrick. And as it comes closer to like the halfway sale, I'll probably be doing my own little merch sale itself, and we'll see how things go. So Chris was the first person here that bought a t-shirt out of the merch store. So Chris, just so you know, just in case you came in and didn't catch the beginning part of this, you get to request the video. And I can't say I'll get it done right away, but I'll get it done as best as possible. So think about that. I know you've had some great ideas. And he's not here tonight, but my good friend Nathan as well. So he has a video request on the horizon. So there you go. See, we can do all kinds of new and exciting, fun little stuff. All right, so let's get this started. My better half is over there. For now, she's eating, so having her snack. We just literally got off work. Dude, there is no time limit on it, Craig, so don't stress out. This is not a stressy type of thing. It's very casual and relaxed. It's good just having you guys in here, hitting the like button, sharing. That's the main thing. Where's this shirt store link? That's what I'll do right now, actually, because I'm horrible at this type of stuff. My better half has told me that I have become better at marketing myself. which you think I would be able to do, right? But you know what? Even though trained in public relations, yeah, not as good as I want to be. I can market the hell out of somebody else. I can spin doctor. I worked for a company that worked with oil and gas. Uh, you got to be able to spin when it comes to stuff like that. Look and upgrade your Hitchcock. House of Hitch set looks. Oh, what are the transfers like? Transfers are really good. I mean, if you don't like the House of Hitch, there was a Masterpiece collection that came out, which is pretty much what that is, with just a couple added additions to it. If anybody has it, they can let me know for sure. A Speedo, that. If I had Speedos or underwear, that is a birth control method. So we won't do that. Hey, Ashen. Psycho Gorman, nice. You did not have to donate, but thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I'm waiting for Psycho Gorman I'm getting the Umbrella Edition. I'm actually going to be reviewing it on the channel, so fingers crossed. Not quite sure how long it takes things to come from Australia. But hey there, Matt. Welcome, man. But yeah, the Alfred Hitchcock edition, if you just want the movies, bro, there's a Massacre collection. And I definitely recommend it. I'll bring it up here. Tell you what, let me just check something here on the screen. And no, wrong screen. I'm gonna go to Amazon, and I am going to find you the Alfred Hitchcock collection that I have.
Just go bring it up.
I'm going to. Hold on. I have to. So here we go. No. See, hitting this button on my main screen means something totally different than hitting it on here. Alright, so there is the Alfred Hitchcock collection. As you can see it right there, that's the Masterpiece collection. That's the one that I have. Which should be on the screen, which it oddly is not. Is it on the screen? Or is it going to be on the screen in a second? I cannot tell with this. Hopefully it's on your screen. Let me know if Alfred Hitchcock, there it is. See, the one thing I got to let you guys know is like when I'm doing this and I'm watching it on here, my screen's delayed, whereas yours isn't. So there's the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece collection. That's the one that I would definitely recommend. That's the British one. You can see, but there's the exact same thing for North America as well. It's called, well, the Masterpiece collection. I just said that. And there are a bunch of movies on it, like a lot of films. Same as the other one. I think that they have the new edition of Psycho on that one. Hey, Death Bomb. Hey, Ken, you got your Giallo set. Jim's ordered his Giallo. Forgotten Giallo Volume 2 and 3. Nice. I haven't ordered Part 3. I put in a request for my birthday, but not quite sure if it's coming. If not, I'll get it on the sale. I have no idea when it comes to like birthday stuff right now, actually. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff on there you want, like Birds, Psycho, North by North. Is it North by Northwest? Yeah, and there's just a couple that aren't on here. Strangers on a Train isn't on here, so you'll have to get that one separately. And there's another Hitchcock set. I don't know if it's still in print or not. But there was another Hitchcock set that was in print for a while. I think it's got out of print. It has 4 of the films on there that aren't on this set. But I recommend checking it out anyway. So let's go into the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Can I pin my merchandise store in the chat? How do I do that? I probably could. Alan, I actually don't know how to do that. I suck at this stuff. Technology, you are not my friend. Anybody know how I pin something in a chat? Because I don't know. I really don't. Hey, thank you, Raquel. And by the way, if you have not checked out our video today, I'm not lying. I'm not joking. When I was at work, I was on my lunch break, and that's the only thing that I watched on my lunch break was her video. And man, she got. I'm a big tech fan too, so she got quite the Kingston like haul. And make sure you check that out. All right, so let's look at the 3 films. Well, there's more than 3. There's some adult films. There's some like stuff from other companies. But let's go through them one at a time. So we got Last Gasp here coming out from Vinegar Syndrome. It's got the limited edition slipcover. See, for these here, I'm thinking wait. For me, it's wait for the sale. But for some people, this is a time to get this stuff. It's just, no, wait a minute. This won't be on sale. Because this is too close to the sale to be on sale, isn't it? Because it's March. Like, it's going to be February and back that the sale's going to be. Because they do 3 months before. And if the sale's in May, let me do my calculations here. April, March. Yes. February is the last month for sale items. So yeah, if you're gonna get like, does that mean that the Giallo set will be on sale? All right, so we got Robert Patrick in this one here, Joanna Pacula. Not a lot of features, surprisingly. Great 4K restoration, apparently. Extensive outtakes. That's got to be a lot of outtakes, though. Original trailer. You would think, like, with the, these aren't actors that aren't still around. Nothing that I've seen of yet, like no more hints yet. Oh, perfect. I'm glad we got you the right set. But the fact that, you got like people like Robert Patrick that are still around and about, it's odd that there's not more features on this. Scott McGinnis is in this. Now, Scott McGinnis I know from Making the Grade. And I think they actually mentioned Making the Grade in the description. It was a film that was done with him and Judd Nelson. And it was meant to be like a series of films, like a sequel was coming into it. But at the end of Making the Grade, there's actually like a kind of a message at the end, kind of like in the James Bond films. Say, watch out for the new adventures of these 2 characters in the next film. 50% off, Jim, is what it should be. I may have it wrong, but if I got it right. Last Gasp cover looks a lot like Eyes with a Face. I can kind of see that. Here we got Death Promise. I love the cover of this one. So look at this. This is my better half type of film. Like there's certain films I'm like, this is me. Certain things, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of hint. Did not buying anything for the Korean Criterion Flash. The Korean Criterion Flash sale? I didn't know this Korean Criterion Flash sale. But Jason, Rush Week I think is going to be the most interesting for you. But hint, you got to see this. It'll come up on the screen big in a second. So this is the cover to Death Promise. What do you think? Like there's a guy and his shirt's ripped and there's a bunch of other guys screaming and there's a car in the background and there's something behind him and looks like there's a rat. Can we see the back case here? Filthy rich landlords get away with murder. It's time they pay for it. So hopefully more features on this one. 9,000 feet in 90 minutes. Interview with editor Jim Markovic. 90 minutes. Well, hopefully that's a 9-minute interview. That'd be kind of cool. Nothing really else for like feature-wise on that one. Good film though. Looks like a good fun film. Rush Week is. I haven't seen this one in a long time. Did you hear that Criterion has been out of print? I did not actually. Hey there, Shadow. Now Rush Week is going to be like your standard slasher flick. So if you love slasher films, you're all in on this one. This is a fun one. I used to have this one a long time ago, but I don't remember it very well right now. After a while, when you watch so many slasher films, I'll be bluntly honest with you, sometimes they kind of blend. Somebody who promises death should be entertaining. Yeah, he's not just suggesting death. There's not like just, maybe death. He's giving you an out-and-out promise. And what's better than that? I like this cover though. I love the artwork on Rush Week. One of the last films that emerged of the 1980s slasher heyday, acclaimed stuntman Bob Bravler's feature filmmaking debut. Okay. That's the guy that did Roadhouse, though. Well, did stunts for Roadhouse, know that. 2K restoration commentary track, finally, with Hysteria Continues. Still Dean Hamilton interview with the actor Dean Hamilton. That's actually kind of cool. So 80s, like Gag Me. An interview with actress Courtney Gebert. And reversible cover art as well. So that'll be interesting to see. That's what intrigues me out of all three of them there. Hey, Nathan, how goes, man? Wait, you're going to dinner. Because thou has bought merch, you have a video owed you. So you can think it up, take your time, think up like something you'd like me to do a video on, and that's part and parcel with the merchandise.
I'll up it.
You'll up it?
I'll up the challenge.
What's that?
They can choose a video of a movie that I watch with you and review.
Ooh. Oh yeah, there's another thing. There's your other choice too. You can choose a video that Hind has to watch with me, and she has to review it with me. So see, we will entice you. So guys, there's another thing you can do.
I do have veto power though.
Over what?
Animal cruelty.
No animal cruelty stuff.
And rape.
No rape. No animal cruelty. No really big rape revenge. Anything else? Yeah. So there you go. See if those shirts or cups or stuff didn't look as interesting enough of themselves. If you want to get my better half on camera, being tortured after having to watch a film that you choose, there you go. All right, so Rush Week is the third one. There's more, though. There's more on here. There is also a film, well, a double feature, actually, from Pikarama, so which I think I can show because I don't think like they show anything on the cover. It's actually fairly tame. Furies Sexuels and did I say that right? Mm-hmm. Furies Sexuels? Oh, it's not on your screen, is it? Okay, I'm waiting for this pop up on our screen so that my better half can tell me how to say this French porn title better. This is why it's good to know somebody that knows many languages.
Furie Sexuelle.
Furie Sexuelle. Furie Sexuelle. There you go. There you go. See, said right by somebody that actually knows French. And prostitution clandestine. I know that. I know some of the English stuff. So this actually...
It's actually in French.
Oh, is it really?
Yes. Prostitution clandestine.
There you go. See, and if it
was in English, it would be clandestine prostitution. It would be the inverted words. Anyway.
I love that you know that, and you can actually type in an adult film like that. Get her to watch and review an adult film.
No.
You cannot veto everything. Richard Allen interview for the first film. Bonus scene with Belgian version of Furie Sexuelle. Original trailer for Prostitution Clandestine. Archival articles gallery. Oh, that's interesting. Actually, I'll be honest with you. What's the size of the coffee mug? Good question. I would say regular coffee mug size. I'm gonna go with it. I wonder if it says. What does it say? It says it's gonna pop up every time I go here. Do we have? We don't say. I do apologize. I think it's just regular, like just typical mug size. So basically, if you've ever bought like a mug in a store, like a FOP mug or something like that, probably around that size.
You can show them.
I'm on the screen right now, actually. So it's not gonna be like a large, oversized mug or anything like that. It's gonna be a regular mug.
Did you click on it? Okay.
Rosemary's Baby. It's a really great film. I gotta say, I do like Rosemary's Baby a lot. So, in all honesty, aside, like there's some interesting titles on here. The Pikarama title is probably for me, and it's a very interesting title. And I love the fact that it uses slipcovers for that now. Now, that's not all, though, because AGFA brought some stuff in, too.
Did you say thank you to Alan? He sent a super chat?
He did? Oh, wow. Thank you, Alan. See, I'm missing out. I'm glad my better half is here, because I'm missing out on this stuff as I'm showing your guys stuff. So thank you for the super chat.
Well, it's not super chat, it's the...
Donation?
Yeah, on this thing.
Okay. You gotta hit show more details. Oh, where we see that at? All right, let's go back. Show more details. I don't see anything. Oh, there we go. Show more details. There we go. 11 ounces. 3 by 2, 3. 3 by 7, 8. And 4 by 7, 2. It'll be up on the screen in a second, honey.
No, it's just that you're trying to...
Mimic it with my hands?
Yes. And you have no idea what that means.
Oh, Ragman said hi. Rush Week is there, Andy. Yep. The Tenet Kubrick I really liked. My dad actually likes it now. The first time he saw the Tenet, he actually walked out. He wasn't really into it, but he's recently saw it and really liked it. It's a really good film. So there's the dimensions. Fun City Editions have been putting out some great stuff. I love their titles. So let's look at their and I have to say thank you to I'm not sure if Matthew's here today or not, but Matthew sent me a Vinegar Syndrome gift card, which I'm saving for the sale, and I want to thank Matthew for that. Your me birthday gift. When you do, let me know, because well, your name will come up too, but hold me to the video thing.
You mean hold me to the...
Yeah, hold into the video thing. All right, so here's some. So we have a new one here from Agfa, and it is Jungle Trap plus Run Coyote Run. I honestly don't know this title. So if anybody knows this one here, the bag of coffee, that'd be actually kind of... if they had that option, that would be cool. But nowadays, Kubrick, you're not going to get anybody putting like coffee cups, coffee, or tea through the mail, unfortunately. It's kind of weird. So this is a pretty cool looking title. It looks cool. But Agfa things look cool now. Look at this one, hand. So it looks to be a 2-pack, like a lot of their stuff. So Jungle Trap and Run Coyote Run. My only nervousness about this one is this isn't one of those like cannibal films, is it? Because I'm not down with that. I'm so not down with... I'm not a cannibal film person. Oh god. Okay. This may be one down the road though, because ready for this? Run Coyote Run is the final collaboration between James Bryan and Renee Harmon. A surreal horror dreamscape about a jungle hotel haunted by crazy ghosts in loincloths. Shot in 1990, the movie was unedited, unscored, and unseen. Humanized for over 2 decades until the Bleeding Skull team meticulously edited the movie under Brian's guidance and recorded the soundtrack utilizing vintage synthesizers. Oh, wow. Run Coyote Run is an ambitious, nightmarishly lost project from Renee Harmon and James Bryan, compiled from over a decade of footage and a sequel to the earlier Lady Street Fighter. Now, I do have a sequel to Lady Street Fighter called Return of Lady Street Fighter on my Lady Street Fighter Agfa. The Vincent sale, Jim, is going to be in May. Before the sale, I'll make sure that I announce it on here, and we'll probably do like a big Vinegar Syndrome, like week to 2 week before, leading up to it, talking about stuff. You never any cannibal flag. I can't do the cannibal stuff, Andy. It's just one of those things. A lot of features on here too. We got like Jungle Trap as its commentary. It wasn't my fault making of Jungle Trap. Jungle Trap outtakes, horror cons, surviving footage from James Bryan's unfinished horror movie. That's kind of cool. Bonus movie, Run Cody Run. Transfer from the original 3/4 master tapes. So not bad, actually. That's not a bad one there either. Let's check the other labels just to see if anything came out. ETR. Didn't ETR? Yes, this is new. I don't know ETR. Is this a new company? I'm watching. So Green Jelly Sucks Live. So Green Jelly, if I remember correctly, aren't they a band? There's a movie. They did like a soundtrack, like they did a song for a film. I know they did. They're not very good if I remember. Yeah, they did. They did one for Dumb and Dumber, and they did like for the video game Maximum Carnage. Carnage Rules. They did that song. I remember that. So, pretty sure you're blind by Jungle Trap? Shockwave was one of the first films to use electronic music. Yeah. Trust me, Shockwaves will being one of the first films. I'm willing to bet Kubrick will have used it better than in Jungle Trap. You have to regret nag you bought. That is true. As crazy and insane as they've been at Craig, I've liked everyone. Okay, so this is Green Jello Sucks Live. Vinegar Syndrome does a lot of great stuff, Jim. So, ETR is a brand new film distribution. Enjoy the Ride Records, Long Island-based record label specializing in cult following reissues. Okay, I don't know them. I'm guessing they're brand new. So this is an entirely fan-made fan-made documentary follows fearless bandleader and founder Bill Manspeaker and his, what a cool name, Manspeaker, and his gang of misfits as they tour North America, filled with live performances, interviews with current and previous band members, special appearances by Lloyd Kaufman, of course, and Maynard James Keenan, and plenty of backstage antics. Green Jello Sucks Live is a feature-length ode to the world's only Grammy-nominated Guinness Book of World Records holding punk rock puppet band to also be sued by Kraft Foods, Kellogg, and Metallica. I'm liking these guys better if everything I read. Features uncut performances of hit songs Three Little Pigs, Bear Song, as featured in Dumb and Dumber, and Carnage Rules from the video game Spider-Man and Venom Maximum Carnage. I've heard of a Japanese film called R100. It has S&M in it. Well, if it's a Japanese film, there's a lot of Japanese films with S&M in it, actually. There's a whole like subgenre of that. Well, not just in Japan, but it tends to be big there. So we got 2 hours of special features, live performances, deleted scenes, television tour diaries. Looks like some things here. Buffalo, New York, 2015. I guess that's part of their concert there. Canadian tour 2015, 2016, 2016 with ICP. For those that are unaware, that is the Insane Clown Posse. I had a friend that was a juggalo. I think she probably still is. Her and her husband were big juggalos. Me, not so much. Though I do enjoy some of their films, some of their work. So Jeremy, of course, is already coming from Fun City Editions. Anything new from Pulse? No, La Femme of Geek. In a second, though, do you guys want to look into it and see what the print count is? Looks like minor premises still. Available. When I see this cover, like, although it's not, and I know the actor is, that's so, to me, when I look at that, it looks like Sacha Dhawan from, now from Doctor Who. You'll see in a second. See what I mean? Like, it's not, like, it's actually a... But just watch. Like in all seriousness. It's going to pop up. Look at that. It's, you know what it is though? Dan Ashbrook from Twin Peaks. But for the way the picture's done, the way it's colored, it looks like Sacha Dhawan. For those that aren't like Doctor Who geeks, it's not going to mean a lot. For those that are, okay. So let's look at what's here. We'll look at their the limited editions. What's at a. Now, when I go to when it comes closer to the time, I'm going to start with the oldest, coming to the newest. When it comes closer to the time, we'll be doing this like on a more regular basis. But this is going to be, let's take this as a dry run for what comes up. And by the way, if you're here, I forgot to say this. I always forget to say this at the beginning of the video. Do all those YouTube likey things. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. But if you're in here, please hit the like thing. And also, if you want to make sure that you don't miss out on another video, hit that little bell thing so you get notifications every time that video comes up. I almost sounded like a real YouTuber there for a second. All right, so let's start right from the bottom and start at the bottom. Yes, right on Drake. So Mascara, directed by Henry Pichard, shot by Roberta Finley, has 39 copies left. I have this one. I recommended this one during the sale. Hopefully some of you guys got it and were able to pick it up. This is adult cinema meets French New Wave kind of style to it. Definitely worth checking out. If you've never seen Mascara, it's a really good film. It's about a girl that is disenfranchised with her love life completely. She's gone on date after date, and she just feels like nothing is fulfilling. Relationships aren't fulfilling to her. She's even just like the physical aspect isn't working, and she doesn't know what's wrong. If it's something within her, she just feels empty. She works as a secretary, and her boss gets this lady of the evening, this prostitute that comes to the office every once in a while, and she sees her go in, and she gets her card. She goes over to the girl's apartment, and she says, I want to shadow you. I want to watch what you do. I want to experience what you do, and I want to see if anything can spark just something other than this kind of laissez-faire that I'm feeling. And it's incredible. Right down to the ending, and to that gut punch at near the end where you find out why, and she realizes why she's feeling the way that she's feeling. And the end is very French. The end is very French. Right down to the last shot. Very well shot by Roberta Finley, by the way. So next up is a very different film, but I like this one actually. Luther the Geek. There was a regular edition of this one. I have that. This one is the same film. It's just got like the a slipcover with shiny teeth on it. So Luther the Geek stars Stacey Haddock, who is the lead actress in it. You may know her from, well, if you're a soap opera fan, you know her from Days of Our Lives right now. She acts in that. But if you're a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan, then she played April O'Neil in the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. I think it's the first one, because Paige Turco played April O'Neil, I think, and so did her. So there's 2 April O'Neils within the 3 films. But she was the one that I like best. She was also, of course, on Superbye, the series that lasted for 4 seasons. But the film itself, it is strange, it's unusual. These guys like captured this geek, and they got him chained to their farmhouse, and they kill him. Is what happens. They kill him. But there's this little boy there that watches him and is fascinated with the geek, and he grows up to be this character Luther, who he himself becomes a geek with metal teeth. And what makes this film work when it should be silly and it should be throwaway, is that the actor portraying Luther totally buys into the role that he's portraying. So yeah, but he doesn't bite the heads out of chickens. He bites people. Okay, here's one that everybody says that if you're a Vinegar Syndrome fan, you must have. And that is The Telephone Book. So The Telephone Book is a black and white art film Don't let that like stir you away, though. It is like some people go into this expecting probably a little bit more than they're gonna get in certain ways. So it is about a girl that gets an obscene phone call, and the guy is the best obscene phone caller in the world. So he can get presidents to do things like as like change their domestic whatever policies with his phone calls. This is not an adult film, so don't go into the telephone books expecting an adult film, because you're that's not what you're gonna get. It is unique and odd, and there is color sequences within this film, but they are animated. It's very different. But that's the edition with the slipcover. There's 699 left. I'm letting you guys know one so that you can keep track of things that you want during the sale. Because even if there's not a slipcover, there may be a title here that you want. Or maybe there's some, if you're a real slipcover lover, maybe there's some of these there that you really need to get. Oh, Luther's extremely creepy. Or are you talking about the guy that's an obscene phone caller with that mask on? So Punk Vacation. So you get 2 films for the price of 1 here. So Punk Vacation is directed by Stanley Lewis, and there's another film, although they mention it's Nomad Riders. So basically there's this kind of this town in California, and punks come in, and they have to take on the punks. I think Nomad Riders is kind of like that. It's another peaceful town where these riders come in, and you got to take on the riders. The guy definitely had something he was going with. He had a formula for his films. But that one is down to 63. So if you want to get that one with the slipcover, I would recommend with the slipcover, because the case, the artwork on the case, and I not seeing all the titles. That's unusual. Maybe see what I'm on right now, Matthew, is I'm on the limited editions. And what I've done is I've gone from the oldest to the newest. Slipcover is great because the old cover for a Punk Vacation was ass. I'm going to be bluntly honest there. It was not a good cover. Like, I thought of buying it before, and I didn't buy it because I didn't like the cover. Now, here's one that I did buy. So I don't have the slipcover for this one, but it's okay. But if you can get it, definitely pick it up. This is Evils of the Night. I love this. I love this film so much. So, as you can see, this is the only movie you're going to find that's not Star Wars that has a Millennium Falcon on it. Is the Millennium Falcon in the film? It's on the box. But no, it's not. The film has Neville Brand, John Carradine, Tina Louise from Gilligan's Island, and it is a Alder Ray. Yeah, Amber Lynn. I forgot about Amber Lynn. She actually, they wanted to do like a scene, like a love scene, a nude scene, to kind of like for for the purpose of getting in more people. So they hired adult actress Amber Lynn and a guy to come in and like just shoot the scene from the other one. It wasn't an adult scene. It was just like the regular, R-rated scene. But just a way to, just I guess to pad the runtime, to put in the exploitation stuff. Check all the boxes. Really, really good little film though. Marty Rustin did it. For those that have like Evil Town, then this and Evil Town, they kind of go together. They're almost the same film, but I find Evils of the Night, I'm going to say it, I'm going to put it out there, it's better. Evils of the Night is better than Evil Town. One, because it's got better actors. it just does. You got John Carradine, Tina Louise, Julie Newmar's in this. I forgot Julie Newmar. How can you not want that film? So next up is one that I got on the last sale. I'm so glad that I did. This is such a good film, and it stuck with me. It is Trip the Teacher. I think Earl Barton, did this one, right? Earl Barton was his only film he ever did. Now, he's been around films before. We'd seen films being made. Did I get Giallo Volume 3? It looks really nice. I haven't got it yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it during the sale or if I'm going to get it for my birthday. One of the two. But as soon when I get it, whether it is like during the sale or during my birthday, I'll do a review, and I'll unbox. But Trip the Teacher, I definitely recommend. Zalman King, the late Zalman King, of course, who created things like Red Shoe Diaries, among many other films. But he plays the bad guy, like the main bad guy in this. And he plays this like deranged, tortured. He plays it so well. And you remember the bad guy. You remember him. He's not a character you forget. Definitely that. Like all these here are limited, Jason. The ones I'm looking at right now. This one was limited to 3,000. When they're gone, they are gone. There are 258 left. This is not a case of a slipcover. There's no slipcover to Trip with the Teacher. This is a film. If you do not get this film, once this is gone, this is gone. And it's not like some recent stuff, like where you're going to say, oh, look, there's another company putting it out. Trip the Teacher is not one of those films I can see an MVD Rewind or another company like putting out. So this is one to definitely grab. Off the main limited edition page, you can add -200, -500 to see titles less than the amounts. Oh, nice. I did not know that, you know. But thank you, because that'll come in handy, especially when it comes close to Vinegar Syndrome sale time. So the other sexploitation one that they did, the only one I don't have in sexploitation is Andy Milligan's Seeds Vapors double feature. Only 27 of those left, if you're interested in grabbing that one. So the original made around 2,500 units for this one here, it looks like. And early Andy Milligan work. So for those that aren't getting the big set, this is definitely a good one. And if you're just like collecting, if you want to get all the sexploitation series ones, there was only 4 that were made. This is one of the 4. Hey there, Elvin, welcome, man. So at 27, if that's one that's on your radar, like I can see that one like maybe staying for a bit, because this hasn't been a quick one to go. And with the new set coming out, there may be some people that are going to bypass it. I'm not getting the Andy Milligan set, so eventually down the road, if it's around, I may pick that up. Unless the Andy Milligan set goes on. If the Andy Milligan set is on sale, like on Black Friday in November, then I'd think about it. But then I'd have to think still. I'd have to see what everybody else said. I'd have to read. I'd have to be like on the like I'm on the other side of the camera. I'd have to watch the reviews. I'll go to Michael Keene's channel because I know he's going to have it. And I'll watch his review. Very nice guy, by the way, Michael. Done some great stuff with Screen Rant, both in the voice work and the editing. Lust in the Dust, great film by Paul Bartel. Because Divine is in this, a lot of people normally think this is John Waters, but it's not. It's Paul Bartel, of course, of Eating Raoul fame. Great. We got Tab Hunter, we got Divine in this one. Just such a cool cast. I remember having this one. Lena Kazane, that's the name I was forgetting. Jeffrey Lewis, Cesar Romero, Henry Silva. I've got this one downstairs. But when we had a convenience store, my mom owned a convenience store. One of the movies that we had for rent was Lust in the Dust. Am I missing your messages, or did everybody just get really quiet? You don't think it'll make it that far? I can't pull the trigger, not yet. Not on Milligan. It's like if they could come out with a really fancy Ray Dennis Steckler set with a bunch of stuff on it, and I'd still be thinking, like Al Adamson. I knew the second Al Adamson set came up, I felt good. I felt safe spending the money that I spent on Al Adamson. I knew, and I bought the big edition. Now, that being said, if, for instance, if they had opened up that Andy Milligan set and they had the big edition with the book and everything with it, with that Fab Press book, I don't know if I could have refused that. That would have been too tempting. But without the book, with the regular edition, I'm not quite sure. or the other video tales that your parents? Oh, you're asking me now. I remember Lords of Discipline, which was one of my favorite films growing up. Pets is the first place I saw Pets was at my parents' video store. The Betsy, it's a Harold Russell film that was at the store as well. I mean, a lot of odd films because we bought them with a bunch off this guy, and there was no cases on any of the films. Some of them didn't even have the labels on the films themselves. So literally, it was a box of films, right? VHS tapes. They weren't like dubbed or anything like that, but some of them just there had been like a I guess you call it a fire sale because he'd had them in a basement and things had washed off. So I had to watch each film and pretty much put a tag on, say what the film was, and I was the person that would like write the description for the film. So I was Netflixing it before Netflix was around for my mom's store. Hey there, Jacob. Welcome, man. So I had to go through and there was a lot of films there. Like we put up like a whole wall of films, and I watched every one of them. But if I really liked it, something like Pets or Lords of Discipline, the Betsy, I watched those several times. But I'll think about it. Actually, I'll try and see if I can remember it. Now, Play Dead is down to $5.75. A fun film. You have Yvonne Carlo from, of course, the Monsters is in this one. It's a satanic dog that kills people in very non-dog-like ways. I say this in every time I mention this one, which is hilarious. And you'd probably like that one. Because he kills people. You think, oh, he's a satanic dog. He's going to jump up and bite their throats. But no, he's going to push something into a tub or something. Lots of that. He's going to do that. Welcome back, Cinematic Collector. Hopefully your power stays. It's just my amazing charisma that sucks. Oh, God. I can't even go on with that one. Spooky's vinyl soundtrack LP. Only 55 left if you're an LP collector. Check out Death Bomb Records. Really cool. Hey there, Amy. Welcome. Got your shipping notice. Nice. Hey there, Antoine. So this is the second pressing of the Spookies record. And this has the yellow and blue. And you see now the first pressing of this, the orange and blue, okay, was clear pink and blue. So that's how you know which pressing you got. Our record player doesn't work right now, so I got a bunch of records that I can't play. But once we eventually, hopefully, inshallah, get to Morocco, then we'll look at a record player. All right, Flesh Eating Mothers. 716 copies left of this one. Beautiful cover. What do I think of the film? It's a film. A lot of people love this film, though. They really do. It's a trauma film. It's, I don't know. I've never been really big into it. But I get it's got that trauma aesthetic that people like. Now, next up is Zombie Island Massacre. Don't expect zombies in Zombie Island Massacre, but expect a fun film. Expect a score by Harry Manfredini, who did Friday the 13th. Expect almost the same score that he did for Friday the 13th, because that's what you're getting with Zombie Island Massacre. So yeah, you're getting a Scooby-Doo-ish film. It really is a Scooby-Doo-ish film with Harry Manfredini doing the music. So just let that sink in for a minute. It's a Scooby-Doo type of film with Harry Manfredini doing the score. How can you not love that? It's got a crazy, insane cover, which it's not their best cover, but I do enjoy this film. There's 837 copies of this one left. This is probably going to make it to the sale easily, and I'll say, wait on it, but I get it. At half price, grab that film. It's a fun time. Let's go to page 2. All right, Public Affairs. Isn't that a print? Okay. 121 copies are left to Public Affairs. It is an adult film with Annette Haven. And it's directed by Henry Pritchard, so you know it's going to be good direction. Kelly Nichols, Joe Silveri, Paul Thomas, who's an actual legitimate, not just a good actor, but a musical savant, like a really smart musician as well. Good voice too, really good voice. I heard him sing. Well, I saw Jesus Christ Superstar, so of course I heard him sing. He was on that. But no, I've heard him sing outside that. Not in person or anything, but on TV. Extra 3, watch this, guys. This is the third Extra film. If you are going to ask if you have to see Extra 1 or 2 before you watch Extra 3, then the answer is no. No, you don't. You don't have to see any of the extras to know this. You don't have to see Extra 2 to see Extra 1. There's really, really little connection in these films. 476 copies are left on this one right here. Again, region free. Nice, so you can get this wherever you live. Spookies is amazing, by the way. I love Spookies. Hollywood Horror House is in the 575. I do think this will last for the sale as well. Interesting little film. The actress that starred in it she was kind of a famous Hollywood actress. She died actually during the making of the film, so it changed the actual way the film was going to go. Dolly Dearest, recently reviewed by Brandon Tenold, right? Was it Brandon?
Yes.
Was it Brandon? Yeah. So check out Brandon's channel, and also Fan by Flicks, 2 Canadian channels that are really good at what they do. And trust me, the more people know who they are than know who I am, but still. As Canadians, we've got to stick together sometimes. So Dolly Dearest is a fun little film. It's got Denise Crosby from Star Trek Next Generation, good old Tasha Yar. Actually a fairly cool looking doll. Colin Hanks is an Extra 3. Is it Colin Hanks? Or one of his... Or is it another Hanks? Is it the other Hanks? The one that's in... No, it's not Colin Hanks. It's the other guy. I know what you're talking about, yeah. I didn't know he's an Extra 3, though. He's in a couple of films. Well, a couple of films that I know of. I know, Dolly... Do you know COVID... Do you remember how many people were like super stoked about Dolly Dearest? Like, oh, it's coming out. I can't believe Dolly Dearest is coming out. I'm so excited about it coming. I'm going to buy Dolly Dearest the second it comes out. And then it got delayed. And people were like, man, why did this one get delayed? I've been waiting for Dolly Dearest for ages. Apparently not. Apparently you haven't been waiting for Dolly Dearest as long as you said you were. Because this will not be the first sale that Dolly Dearest has been in. Pet Sematary, exactly. I love Malibu High. Incredible film, not at all what you think it's going to be from the original cover. It looks like it's going to be like some kind of Lemon Popsicle Porky's type of sexploitation, kind of, high school hijinks type of thing. Not that at all. I would 100% recommend it. It's a really good film. It's a much, much darker film than you think it's going to be. Like, know that, Matthew, going in. Malibu High is not like this is not a fun high school movie. This is about a girl that starts out like small. She starts out like blackmailing her teacher so that she can pass a class. And, that gets her later on, ends up into like prostitution, which brings her into an even darker one. And honestly, it goes in way different direction than you think it's going to go. Because it doesn't stop there. Like her crime spree and what happens afterwards goes really. The Forest has an amazing cover. Amy, so The Forest has an amazing. I own The Forest. I'm guessing you got that from. Did you get it from from Code Red? I know they put it at probably from Ronan, right? Ronan recently had a sale. It's baffling to it's fun. Like, don't expect a standard slasher going into the forest. It's not that. There's like these ghostly girls. You saw The Forest, am I right? There's these ghost girls and the guy in the rocking chair, and it is so unusual. But I'm so glad I got it. I'll definitely that's the one I'll definitely be watching again in the future. I Matthew, I think that it's a good choice. I would recommend that Malibu High. The Forest is a fun film, but it's not at all what you think it's going to be. It's not. The cover is not a good indication of what the film is. Severed Arm is still over 1,000. Supposed to be a great film, but why is it over 1,000? Honestly, because this is their least attractive slipcover that they've ever put out. It's got one of the most gorgeous interior things. This is the one time that if I bought this and during a sale, I would buy the standard edition over the slipcover edition, because it just maybe it looks better in person. Like it would have to, but I don't get what they were thinking with this cover. I don't. Look at that cover. Look at that. Like it. Look at the back. Hey there, Griff. Welcome, man. You just finished watching Jeremy. Jeremy is a cool one. That's Robbie Benson. He's married to somebody famous too. What's her name? I was actually starting a film last night. I was watching a movie, and Robbie Benson. I'm pretty sure Robbie Benson's wife was in it. It looks fine in person. It would have to, man. I mean, like, because like, look at it there. I'm not trying to be mean, and like the artist that did this did a lot of like really good stuff. Though this ain't it. Carlo DeVito. Carlo DeVito that's who Robbie Benson was married to. Is he still married to Carlo DeVito? Yeah, they are. So wasn't the film. I was listening to music, and I'm a huge fan. Well, I'm a huge fan of music. And Carlo DeVito did there you go, Richard. Did the song "We Are Not Alone" for the soundtrack for The Breakfast Club, actually. Couch is the thing. Like everything about Severed Arm, the plot line, the everything I saw about it, like interests me. I haven't checked out all films website lately. I got to do that actually. Maybe that'll be my next deep dive, Alan. So, Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death. Get your money, guys. Only 387 copies of this one left. This one I did watch with my better half. She was quite intrigued with this film. We did a video on Patreon for that. Oh, just to let you guys know, I forgot. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this week, or I'll probably do it next week, actually. So next week, you're going to get what's going to pop on for this channel for a week only. So for those that are kind of thinking about Patreon, but they're not quite sure, I'm going to take 2 or 3 of my Patreon videos that have been exclusive to Patreon only, and they're going to be on this channel here next week. So you get a taste of what my scorecard videos are and what a couple of the other videos are. It's going to be curated by my better half and me, deciding which videos to put on here. I'll put on like 2 or 3 videos that have been only exclusive to Patreon and to my patrons, and they're only going to be on the channel live. Well, not live. Only going to be on the channel here for a week. So from next Monday to next Friday, there'll be some videos that'll pop up on here that I did a while back that I'm kind of proud of on my Patreon channel that are worth checking out. Hopefully, it may convince you. I will lure you to the dark side. All right. You haven't watched it because people have told you it's bad. Have you seen Hell Riders yet? I'm going to put this out. Have you seen Hell Riders? With Adam West and his body double. And Tina Louise and her body double. Because if you have sat through Hell Riders, you can sit through Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death. Because I will say this, I will be one of the only people that'll say this, and actually stand by it. Hell Riders is worse than Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death. They're both. I enjoy them both because I like these type of cheesy films. But Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death knows exactly what it is. And hey there, Twisted Cinema, welcome, man. And that's what I like about Dr. Jekyll's Dungeon of Death. It knows exactly what it is. By Agfa, and I do definitely. This is one I can recommend wholeheartedly. Me and my cousin watched this. Miss Raj, if you're watching this video, miss you, man. The Scare Film Archives Volume 1, Drug Stories. So these are you would love this hint. These are like little, like short, like drug warning films. And there are films where you're watching them, and there's certain ones, there's specific ones when you're like, there is no way that person made Drug Stories and made this film, well, not Drug Stories, but made this film here without being on something. No. I mean, like, there were certain films where I'm like, I felt like, you know what? I don't need to take drugs because Drug Stories definitely gives that feel. Or so I'm told. But it's Agfa. It's a good one for Agfa, by Agfa. Great stuff with a full-length mixtape. Oh, Michael, welcome, man. Did you see Drug Stories? Action USA. That is a great title. I hope they'll have volume 2. Like, there you go. The reason there's no volume 2 yet, I'm going to say it, I'm going to put it out there. There's 228 copies of volume 1 left. That's probably why. So when that sells out, they'll probably make a volume 2. It is capitalism, my friends. That is how it works. You do need to see Drug Stories, Andy. It is so cool. Stone Cold would be a cool release for them. But Stone Cold's got a few releases. Like, I could see MVD Rewind or someone releasing Stone Cold, actually. Because it just seems like something that they do. Old Dracula, well, it's got 689 copies of this one left. This is a fun film. I love drugs almost as much as you love drugs. Michael is high. Will he sing? Agfa Trailer Collection is good. It has a nice commentary. Nice. Who does the commentary on Agfa's Trailer Collection? That had me curious, by the way, Andy. I was surprised when I looked on there today how many titles were actually out of stock from Agfa right now. They sell really well. I'm going to go through some of these fairly fast because, unless you guys have questions on them, then we'll go there. I don't have The Best Friends, which I hear is a really good film, by the way. Richard Hatch is in it, and I got to meet Richard Hatch. He's one of the nicest people that we met. He was really nice to my littlest because he was just a little boy at the time and was very shy, and Richard Hatch was very nice to him. I like to watch Sorority Sisters. Obviously, the type of film that my better half is down with. It's a double feature adult title. I don't have this one. Maybe the most wholesome movie with the most borderline racist plot. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go with it was a different time. Hey, Dave, welcome, man. Well, right now we are going through. I don't normally do this until just before the sale, but because not a lot of news, we're going through the limited edition stuff right now. The Naughty Victorians. Anything with the word Victorian in it has to be classy. So 661 copies of this one left. Who's in this one? Beerbohm Tree. That's a name? I have no idea who that is. I know Sarah Nicholson. She's in A Woman's Torment, which it says right there. Don't know Naughty Victorians at all, but it's an adult film. And yeah, like Jason says, hey, they're in ready. Most of the Vinegar Cinema adult films are really worth getting because they're not picking out films. It's not like you're getting. They're not an adult company, so they're not picking out films like, oh, let's get the sleaziest adult films. No, they're getting films that are actually, have plots and stuff, crazy things like that. Perfect Strangers, Larry Cohen, yeah, Larry Cohen. Definitely want to pick that one up down the road. Over 1,000 left on that one. See, that's going to be there. That's probably going to be there by the other sale. I did go through the new releases, but I'll mention them there. Don't worry again. Limbo with Tina Kraus, who, if the name Tina Kraus doesn't ring a bell, then this name may ring a bell to you. It's Misty Mundane. So, Tina Kraus, otherwise known as Misty Mundane, did a bunch of these kind of like ultra low budget films. A lot of like horror with erotica in them, and sometimes sci-fi with erotica in them. So this is a movie she directed, I think, and started. It's going to be short because all her films are short. Yeah, 55 minutes long. But there are other things with it as well. Naughty Vic is fantastic. There you see. Sometimes you guys have to tell me this stuff I do not know. Indecent Exposure is 808 copies left. Veronica Hart, Georgina Spelvin, so you got a good cast with that one. Pandemonium has a really nice cover. 389 left. If you want to get Pandemonium, what are everybody's thoughts on Pandemonium? It's got a nice cast. You got Tab Hunter, Phil Hartman, Tom Smothers from Smothers Brothers, Carol Kane, Paul Rubens, Judge Reinhold. I'm reading right off the cast right here. Directed by Alfred Soule, who directed the incredible Communion, or otherwise known as Alice, Sweet Alice. I am pretty sure she is. I'm going to look that up now just to make sure that I did not get that wrong. Because you know what? I do get things wrong. Just watch me like I have to take all that back after me sounding all fancy and like I know things and all. I'm wrong. I am so wrong. She is not Missy Mundane. I'm getting her confused with somebody else. She is a girl that's acted with Misty Mundane. Erin Brown's the Misty Mundane. See? That reason you didn't know that it was her is because I was completely wrong and it wasn't her. A learning experience for both of us. And that's why I love doing this stuff live. Because if I can't make mistakes and learn from you, then what the hell? What fun is this? Ringo, I apologize, man. You're right. I'm a bald-faced liar, Michael. I steered you down the wrong path. I can imagine people like actually watching this and saying like, no, she's not, or going and buying it, and then like finding it 5 minutes later that in this video, oh, damn it, she's not. And they're like, I'm gonna, Aaron, what did you do? But Miss Mundane, Erin Brown, is very underrated. That is true. I love this. Pandemonium is fine. It's fine. It is. Fine is a good word for Pandemonium. Hey there, Josephine. Welcome. Yeah, it's a film with people in it. However, if you do not have this movie in your collection, if this is not in your collection, make sure this is in your collection. But there's still over 1,000 copies left. There's no excuse for it. Here's one that you can trust me on. Here's how I'm going to gain your trust back, guys. This is how I'm going to do it. The Collar. Malcolm McDowell, Madeline Smith. If this is not in your collection, this needs to be in your collection. This is an incredible film. I love this movie. It's out of all the stuff that I got, and I got some stuff that I really love, like in the last sale. This is the one that I've watched more than once. Vinegar's best single release. It's one of their, yeah, definitely it really is. It really is a great, great film. So underrated. And anybody that hasn't seen this and hasn't Googled this and they go and watch this movie and they'll tell me afterwards, yeah, I saw that ending coming. No, you didn't. You're lying. It's like you're saying Missy Mundane is Tina Kraus. It's a lie. It's just, it is that good. It really is. And you will not guess the ending to this film. Don't Google it. Don't. You don't want to. Don't. Because it's really cool. Michael Sloan, like, wrote this. And, like, I'm a big TV geek from back in the day. I'm a big geek anyway. I'm a big geek with a lot of things. But Michael Sloan, like, did things like Equalizer and Twilight Zone. I think Twilight Zone. After Dark Presents, I know he did some of those. Maybe not Twilight Zone. The Canadian version of After Dark Presents, I know he did. Equalizer he did. And I was so excited to see his name up there. That's how big of a geek I am. Like, oh, that guy wrote the episodes of Equalizer. I think he might have been one of the creators of that. Sometimes Aunt Martha Does Dreadful Things by Agfa. Didn't this initially have a release from? Did this have a release from Vinegar Syndrome before? I feel like it has, like a DVD edition. I don't know for sure, but I kind of feel like it has. Going upstairs. My better half is leaving us. After the Missy Mundane thing, she says she can't take it anymore. She has to go.
I live with a frog.
Love you, babes.
Love you too.
Spellcaster, again, with over 1,000. This is like one of the VSA titles. It's a fun film. If you like those kind of Full Moon, Empire Pictures, like good Full Moon, like the earlier Full Moon and Empire Pictures type stuff, like like Charles Band saying, what am I going to make a movie about this week? I don't know. Nazis, and little people Nazis. That's, dolls. When he was good, when Charles Band was good, Spellcaster was made. Killing Birds, I'm sure we're still at the over thousands for these here. I don't think any of these here are going to be under 1,000. I'll check Necromancer. That should be under 1,000, but it's not. Rest in Pieces, are you under 1,000? Yeah, 878 for Rest in Pieces. I'm sure La Femme of Geek must be down low. Yeah, 275. I still don't know if I really want that film or I just find that girl extremely attractive. But it's either way. Whodunit's still up there. Dow Code Santa Claus. That's got to be one by now. Wow, no. Scary Tales has to be, though. 892, okay. Now I start counting Better Be, because that's a really good film. 743. Puppet Fetish, he must. He's got to have something for Puppets, man. Like, he made some good, like, don't get me wrong. First 3 Puppet Master movies, solid, man, solid. But the stuff that he made afterwards, Ooga Booga, is stoner horror. Isn't that great? But I start counting. Fun City Editions put this one out. Great film. Highly recommend it. A film, by the way, that was on Quentin Tarantino's watch list. He watched that one. Agfa, something weird release. She-Mob and the Girl from Pussycat. Don't know a lot about this one. But looks fun. I'm sure Smut Without Smut is out of... Yeah, that one's out of print. Like, they found some extra copies, and I didn't expect it to stay in print line. Now, let's see. Will any of these be low? Malibu High is down to what? 822? Really surprising, actually. It's a really good title. Necromancer is fun and ready. I kind of know the type you like. Michael, you watching Necromancer? Or you're watching Malibu High? I'm not quite sure which. But either way, you're in for a good time. Oh, I start counting. Excellent film. Listen to the commentary after. It's really good. Great commentary and really good interviews on as well. Really solid pack. I'll check Martial out more than there should be actually. Probably over. Oh wow, down to 407. Martial Law 2. Definitely recommend that one, man. Anything that gets more Cynthia Rothrock into our hands, highly recommend it. But don't just buy Martial Law. After you buy Martial Law, tweet Vinegar Syndrome. Let them know you want some more Cynthia Rothrock in your life. Ones that she's actually starring in, like Lady Dragon and Sworn to Kill and stuff like that. You want that movie that Cynthia Rothrock did with the nudity in it. You want that one. Okay, maybe I want that one, but still, maybe you want it too. I don't know. I Start Counting, Michael, is not at all what you think it's going to be, and that's really good. She is such a good martial artist. That's the thing, right? Don't Panic, which I'm sure many of you guys can watch in your pajamas. 570 are left for Don't Panic. Have I seen her use? I have actually. Not only that, I got her on Facebook. We played Words with Friends once. That was a while back, man. Back when Words with Friends was a thing. Silent Madness has still got a lot of copies on that one. Wow. Forgotten Giallo Volume 2 is, well, there's still over 1,000 for Forgotten Giallo. As you guys can tell, I'm starting to get hungry here. All right. So those will be the ones. I'll leave the others for surprises for next time. So, but what I mentioned before, for those that came in late, is that we have Rush Week coming from Wish. Rush Week from Vinegar Syndrome, which is a late 80s slasher flick. Or 90s? Late 80s, right? Yeah, 89. Right on the cusp. With actual features on it. Oh, the Spanish Town film has been amazing. Death Promise, which looks insanely fun. Last Gasp with Robert Patrick. Now, Death Promise and Last Gasp have surprisingly little special features. But, and I don't know Last Gasp. This one I haven't seen. So, if I have seen it, I don't remember it. And, of course, there is the Pikarama double feature. Furie Sexuelle. And Prostitution Clandestine. And I know how to pronounce that because my better half is French. And she taught me at the beginning of this video. Waiting for the next sale for Forgotten Giallo Volume 2. Good one to get. It's not. I still like. I think I like Volume 1 best. I know I'm pretty much alone on that, but Volume 2 is really good as well. I'm really looking forward to eventually getting Volume 3 down the road because they got some cool titles on there. And of course, Jungle Trap from Agfa, which is a James Bryan Renee Harmon collab. So that's always going to be a lot of fun. And one from a new company, ETR, Green Jello Sucks Live. And if you like punk, then you're probably going to like that. There you go. There are some incredibly cool titles there. And we looked at some stuff. We looked at some limited edition stuff. I gave you the hard sell on my merch store. I told you the bonus that you get with that. My better half upped the stakes by saying you get the chance to choose a film. When you buy merchandise, you get a chance to choose a film for me and her to watch, and her to have to come on here with me on camera and review that film. So, there you go. Just no animal cruelty and no, revenge films. Anything aside from those. So that little morsel is snuck up there. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'm starving. I'm not sure from my rumbling stomach. Let's say hi to her. She just went upstairs, but I'll let her know that she says hi, Josephine. you have learned a few things today. You have learned that there are some really cool things coming up from Vinegar Syndrome. You have learned that I can shamelessly shill when I need to. You have hopefully learned to hit the like button because, there's 44 of you in there right now. There's only 32 likes. Just putting that out there. So throw Vinegar. That would actually be kind of cool. And you've also learned I do not know who Missy Mundane is. Well, I know she is. I know she is from her films, which I own a few of actually. But Erin Brown, I'm so sorry. I got you confused with Tina Krause, and I am pretty sure you. Before I go, I have to say something. Because if I'm correct, there's a reason we're still here. Is it? I want to check. I'm pretty sure now that Erin Krause did something with Missy Mundane. Tina Krause did something with Missy Mundane. Because I got a feeling that I found out about Tina Krause. Or was it Darian Kane? Now I'm getting confused. See, there's three. So there's Missy Mundane. There's Erin Brown. There's Tina Krause. And there's another one. A dark-haired girl. Kind of voluptuous, if I remember correctly, called Darian Kane. All right. There you go. Now I'm gone off on a whole other tangent. I am Aaron. You are the Cult of Cinema. Thank you so much for joining me today in this whirlwind, crazy ride of a video. I hope you had a great time like I did, and I will see you soon here next time. Same cult time, same cult channel. It is